People who think differently or do not wish to follow the beaten track are called crazy, and you can imagine how painful it would be for you to be a madman's wife. It is to compromise with you on this point that I am writing this letter. I want you to help me achieve my objective. Be my partner in my endeavors and do what I wish. This is my desire. You may not see eye to eye with me at this point of time. My ideas are not likely to evoke a favorable response. You are young, and the young have their own philosophy of life. I am talking of separation at a time which is meant for fun, romance, and a carefree life. But I cannot help myself, and I expect you to understand my feelings. Only then you will appreciate that the path I have chosen for myself is chosen only by 1 or 2 in a million who leave the path strewn with flowers and to tread on thorns, renounce the road to pleasure and take to the road of want and hardship. They renounce the life of luxury and invite troubles and travails. Only they can provide leadership to society, give a new direction to the nation, and the coming generations benefit from their achievements and take pride in it. I have arrived at the conclusion that while living in society, I shall not be able to accomplish anything. I shall have to leave the house and isolate myself from society. Only then I shall be able to accomplish something special and get fulfillment. My only aim is to bring to life the lost knowledge, re-establish the prestige of astrology, and through mantra shastra make accessible to common people the wonderful skills that our ancestors possessed. This cannot be accomplished at home. The few sadhus who have acquired this knowledge do not live in crowded areas in the midst of those who live in comfort. They live in caves where material comforts are non-existent. They are in forests where there is danger at every step. They are to be found where there is no selfishness, no deceit and dishonesty, and no tyranny, since they have no use for them. I want to read those who have attained siddhis, who are masters of this skill. I shall have to wander in jungles, live in caves, and suffer hardships at every step. It is only when I am free from passions and desires that I shall be able to acquire this knowledge, renounce all comforts and pleasures, and without fear for life, look for those sadhus and sannyasis who can be found only in isolated places. It is not easy to identify them. I do not know if I shall succeed in my objective, but my heart prods me on and tells me that this is the path for me. It is likely that I may die during my search for knowledge. I may be devoured by a wild beast, or my entire youth may be wasted without achieving anything. But I do not want to let these thoughts deter me. If I give up because of these apprehensions, I shall never be able to forgive myself. I would rather be killed by a wild beast than live like an ordinary man. I am determined to return home only after I have achieved something, or else I shall put an end to my life. But it is definite that I shall not return empty-handed. All this must be very painful to you. I realize that it is not fair to cause you pain and deprive you of joy. If I am prepared to make sacrifices for a great cause, I expect that you, as my wife, would cooperate with me and not put fetters on me. It is true that you have not gained by marrying me, and instead of giving you happiness, I am causing you pain and frustrating all your hopes and aspirations. I am conscious of it. I cannot say when I shall return. I do not even know if I am going to succeed. Today you are young. You may not be so when I return. It may be 10 to 15 years before I achieve my aim, and I can well imagine how terrible these years are going to be for you. I know that in these 15 years, your youth will wither with worries and difficulties. The freshness and cheerfulness will vanish from your face. You will live a cursed life. Knowing all this, I am begging of you to live that kind of life. The path I have chosen for myself is not easy or smooth. It is covered with thorns. Every moment will be passed in want and hardship. My youth will be lost in pursuing this path. The glow in my face will fade too. But it is certain that I shall return. Whatever I am able to achieve at the cost of your youth and mine will not belong to you and me alone. It will be for the society, the entire country. That moment of success will be a very happy one for me, but the credit will be entirely yours because at the back of my success will be your supreme sacrifice. I may not even be able to see or meet you when I return, or I may meet my end during my endeavor. I cannot say what might happen. I only see myself caught up in a storm which is blinding me. I expect help from you, and I trust you will not prevent me but encourage me enthusiastically to go ahead on my chosen path. A wife has been called Sahachari, companion, meaning thereby that she is her husband's partner in progress and obeys him implicitly. This is what I expect of you. Rishis have compared a woman to the earth in her tolerance. I am sure you have all the qualities which the earth has, tolerance and forbearance, and that is what I expect of you. Maybe you will not accept all this, but before you reject it, think well. Will it be right on your part? Do you want to live the life of an ordinary woman? Do you want to live a mundane life, doing household chores and be satisfied? Is bearing children the highest aim of a married person? Are we to live like worms, creeping and crawling? You certainly would not want that, since every woman wants her husband to be successful, not a nobody. She wants him to be an out of the ordinary and famous person from whom posterity will derive knowledge. She wants her husband to contribute to the good of mankind. This must be your desire too. I would like to go in order to try and fulfill that desire of yours. Just imagine what a happy day it will be when I return after achieving something, when I shall be someone special and I shall have something unique in my possession. You will be proud to mention my name then. People will realize that you have had a big hand in my success, that yours was a great contribution in making conditions favorable for me. I shall be building myself up on the foundation laid by your sacrifice and will be able to manifest my personality, my Brahmanism. I am writing to you with a heavy heart because every letter that I write speaks of my selfishness and your sacrifice. Still I am gladly handing it over to you. I wished to say all this to you personally, explain everything. Whenever I tried, your calm and innocent face prevented me. Your tender age, the realization of your hopes, your expectations sealed my lips. I felt helpless and a lot of time was wasted in this conflict. There was a point of time when I thought I would never be able to speak to you, that I would quietly leave the house without telling anyone. But I could not do that. I thought it would be fair to tell everything frankly to the person whose life is now linked with mine, or else she will be puzzled, bewildered. Prior to this, I wrote several letters and tore them up, but I have hardened my heart today to have my say. I do not want refusal in response to this letter. I want consent, and I am confident that you will give it gladly and enthusiastically. All the happiness of my soul is pledged with you. I am taking with me only hunger and want, suffering and hardship. My future life will be full of thorns. I have to grope in darkness. I have no ray of light but the light of my own soul, which I am sure will lead me to the right path. At this moment, I am only giving you the prospect of an endless depression, helplessness, lack of mental peace, and a torturous long wait. You have to go through this ordeal, but please believe me, I shall definitely return. All my good wishes are with you. Yours loving, Narayan Dutt, Simali.